We need to give him another code name. Please give him another code name. Click. There you go. I mean, I was gonna call him 007, man.
Bone.
Boned. I'm not gonna comment.
Hey guys, welcome to another World War Wednesday, and today I'm here by the honored guest, the legendary man, the game director of Hearthstone 4, Lind.
What an introduction.
Yeah, I actually planned this a couple of days ahead, but it was a bit longer. I was thinking like, what if I ramble on with just titles like 1 minute straight?
People are gonna hold you to that when they want to see more gameplay at the end though.
Today we're finally doing what we have been talking about and teasing about for very, very long time, and in pretty much all streams.
We were waiting on the t-shirts.
Were we? Okay. Yeah, let's say that. So yeah, these are brand hot from the press, as is the build.
Yep.
We know we have a couple issues with this build. It might even crash, and some of the features we might be poking at might not be fully working, but we don't care.
I don't know if you're gonna crash, but you might have Poland rise up on you. Let's see.
Well, not on me, on Germany. As you know, we are not afraid of showing it's a game in progress, or DLC in progress.
I mean, you're happy as long as you can leak stuff.
Exactly. So. We can finally press on this button. We can finally press on this button in stream. Like we kind of have. I think Gabriel did once, but when he wasn't really supposed to, as far as I know. But finally, first time we can click it and show everything up and keep it there. Not do anything hurrying, not quicken the progress. We can just
not leaking.
Here is everything.
When it comes to spies, your center here is the intelligence agency, and this is where you can recruit agents and you can send them on missions, build networks around the world. So you can see here in Germany, Daniel's built up a pretty substantial network using some agents, and he's also prepared an operation, which is like a more complex kind of mission that costs a bunch of resources. Multiple agents have to cooperate at them, and generally they're the ones that has like a big impact as well.
Yeah, that can give you something back, harass them a bit, or just
On top of that, there's like the mission system, where it's more like smaller things where you like nudge trade in your direction or things like that. Whereas these are the ones where you're helping the resistance sabotage, you're stealing technology, you're capturing ciphers. You're doing infiltration, for example.
Yeah.
Looks like you already have. Oh, you prepared some infiltration.
Yeah. I prepared this civilian administration infiltration. Just so we'll get a lovely little token that might unlock later and more advanced operations right there. But what I really, really look forward to is, of course, doing the make resistance contacts. As soon as they might have infiltrated those couple of things, because, well, it's gonna be pretty nice if we can just maybe annoy them a bit or say, hey, Poland, maybe you will get some UK help if you, well, rise up against your German overlords.
Yeah. So this infiltration and contacts, it's a system that we call infiltrated assets. And they're sort of like gatekeepers. So if you want to, you're essentially getting like an inside man somewhere in the army, or if it's like in the resistance or something that you can. And once you have those, that sort of unlocks further development. And this is also like a defense thing, because if you shut people down at that level, then they can't really do the other ones.
Yeah.
And usually these kind of tokens are lost when you do advanced enough stuff. So like if you coup someone, then like all your tokens are going to be gone, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. But then we also have a different thing. You might see a different tab right over here that's called Cryptology.
Oh yeah, have you invested in Cryptology?
No, I have not. I was thinking that could potentially be the first one we do during the stream.
Yeah,
I have gone very, very little right here, and with very little I mean a single upgrade for counterintelligence. Just in case Germans might want to do anything against us, I just wanted some basic protection against their spies and operatives, well, working in us. Spies and operatives are one thing, just makes that clear. I just say both words now and then.
Yeah, we didn't want to use spies as the general word, because it's very like distinct what it does, but actually some of these guys are leading, like commander teams and things like that, so it's
operative is more a word for everything.
But
just one passive defense right here, and as you can see, there are a couple right here that improves different things. It might improve a certain mission, might improve some operations, might improve your operatives, or of course the cryptology department, which starts with everything locked behind Well, the first one, forming the department, which we're going to do right now. And that doesn't cost manpower, doesn't cost equipment, it costs civilian factories for a certain amount of time.
Yep.
It's this, we kind of wanted it to cost something, but it would be weird if it was like, it costs 2,000 support equipment to do this.
Yeah, no, I mean this factory time in Hoi is essentially your budgeting thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It goes for a lot of some of the operations. For example, require your factories to produce enough like bribes, because you usually can't just go to Britain and bribe someone in Reichsmarks, right? You know, need to either make fake money or like jewelry or
So
fancy cars or whatever, right?
Exactly. So civilian factory worked pretty well on just encompassing whatever it costs, we will produce for you.
Yeah. So the way these works is that they take a certain amount of days, and they use up factories during that time, and some of them are more expensive than others.
Yes. But let's start forming that one. Right now, it's only going to take 25 days. All the values and everything you see right here is still work in progress. We might change them drastically. This might take 100 days, or it might take a single day. Everything can change. Nothing is set in stone just yet.
There's a few things that modify it as well, right? But have you got the minister, by the way? It looks like you have.
Yes, I actually do. So I was going to give you just a quick check what I've done for England right now. I decided to go quite aggressive with England's focus tree. I still wanted to keep the Empire, but I haven't done very much more right there. Done a couple of things to get many military factories very quickly. The extra research slot, very classic. And I decided to... I don't think Neville Chamberlain is the right man for the job right here. I think
history agrees with you.
Yeah, so from him being, replacing the original one, the only thing that happened in the world was Amelia Earhart disappearing. And then it's like, we have no confidence for him. Let's put in Churchill. I was like, that makes sense. I love this game when stuff like that happens. But otherwise, yeah, he also decided that instead of US going in for the oil, he decided that UK should go in for the oil. So he just took over that, securing that, making sure we will have enough oil for our entire Navy and Air Force, which we have focused a bit on.
But you're at war with Italy as well now, or?
Right now we are at war with entire Axis. We have the historical alliance with France, and we also guaranteed Poland. So once that blew up, we joined in right there. As you might see, there are some issues right here, but don't worry, it's going to be fixed. Oh, I hate this because we can't actually see.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little shorter.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, let's see. Yes, right over here in basically Africa, we have just very basic garrison divisions. Nothing really special. It's just colonial. I just wanted something right there to probably delay them. The same thing right here, but a bit more size. Oh, crap. Of course I've got about this.
Oh, well. It's not that important anyway then.
No, but I still want to just keep them down right there so Italy won't swarm and take everything.
Yeah.
And otherwise we have just plain out... Away with you.
Yeah.
Just plain out pretty nice, decent, average division. 2 artillery pieces, 1 more support, anti-tank, anti-air, and logistics right there. So what I'm hoping on is that, we're going to sit back a bit more, ready ourselves for a potential, if, of course, Germany might break the Manchester line. France will never fall, of course.
Of course not.
And we might do a little pokey invasion, and hopefully we'll have some operatives to help us with that. Maybe even some cryptology to help us with that.
Yeah. Can you bring up the deployment screen again?
Deployment screen, yes.
There you go. So you can see there's some new stuff here as well, if you look on the left. So we actually list operations here as well now. And when you prepare operations, a lot of them, which we'll show later, use equipment. So here you can sort of control where the flow of equipment goes.
Yeah.
So it helps you kind of plan them long term to keep them in the background and make sure it doesn't like eat up equipment for your armies. It also helps with AI a lot.
I've actually changed my meta here, how we set up stuff.
Oh.
Second highest on reinforcement, highest on garrisons, and then lowest right here. Because I want my garrison to be filled everywhere, because if I take land, I want actually that to be a benefit for me.
Yeah.
If everything just gets destroyed, even if I have a strong army, if all the stuff they took just get destroyed or something harassed by the whoever, it meant for nothing. I lost men, I lost part of my army, and I'm not getting any from it. So I was like, let's reinforce everything ASAP.
We have changed how we show laws. So they're now in one line, meaning it's way easier to see where you are in from bottom to highest law. And we also show a couple of values there to make it a little easier to see which one's which.
Except we should probably show some of the bad values as well.
I mean, there's only room for some, but
I
think
right
this
there.
is way nicer. It's something we just didn't get around to until now, and we've been planning to do it for like forever.
And this is super nice. You just have this plainly put out. It's cool.
It just makes sense for new players as well. Like here, you don't need that because they're not really organized in that way, but...
And yeah, we can actually show us this guy, Elusive Gentleman. I really like the name of that. So I'm gonna actually begin very slowly because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to redo some stuff.
Probably.
Let's see. Oh god.
We
Really?
never prepare enough for these. But it usually works out.
Oh god, that's completely wrong division. I need to
Attack.
remember exactly what I
Attack,
said.
Daniel.
So yeah, those guys are right there. We have the level 2 anti-air. We are gonna get, let's see, are we gonna upgrade this even higher? Yes, we are. I like to go quite heavy on the anti-air just to make sure, even if they have the superiority in like cast or anything like that, my anti-air on my units can most of the time negate around 50% of it. Let's see, right over here, I think we're gonna go recovery rate, or we could actually amphibious invasion speed plus 15%.
Yeah. I mean, if you're
I'm gonna do that.
planning to invade once, we could try it at least to see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Hopefully, we're gonna beat back Italy right here. It's Italy. What can go wrong? Let's see. Election government contested. Yeah, we can accept a bit more communism.
Yes.
Nothing ever bad has happened from accepting communism in government. So the other divisions, 16 divisions, playing out right there. Very nice. You're just gonna continue building up my invasion armies because we don't have very much time to actually show off all the spy stuff. So what I'm gambling on is one massive invasion of France as soon as they take it over, before Germany gets any benefits, and we might be able to take them down very quickly. But it's gonna matter a bit if we can form all the things at the same time. So I think we should begin with just, first of all, well, both of these are prepared. Right, I prepared that one as well.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot about it. So this needs still a few more days, 60 more days to fix that up.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I think we should just make some resistance contacts.
Yeah.
Should we do it like so?
Do you want to have a Polish?
That's the thing. I was gonna ask you. Do you think we should make a Polish uprising if we can, or just are we gonna focus everything on France? It could be good to distract them a bit, but
yeah. I mean, I feel like France is the better one, but it's going to take a bit longer for us to get there.
So if we maybe make one in.
I mean, yeah,
nice,
you can
nice
do this.
there.
You can do this now. Work in progress.
So let's do it right there. Let's assign both our spies to that.
This one kind of gives you a breakdown on how we think the operation is going to go. So there's always a certain amount of risk where the operatives can get caught trying to run, get out of the area. They're generally going to succeed at what they set out to do, but quite often they will get captured trying to get out.
Yeah.
And then there's also an outcome one if you go back to the tooltip. There's also an outcome. So your operatives have either they have traits or skill, I don't remember, that give you potential chance for bonus outcomes, which is like random other stuff can happen that is good. Like maybe they pick up an extra trait, or like maybe they get extra resistance boost or something like that. In this case, we will see. We have 25% chance of finding out.
We do have to remember that this is mostly little flavor. Since we are getting a resistant contact on Germany, we can kind of use it how we want.
Yeah.
But we're gonna imagine this is our role playing. Since I would say this is still a bit role playing game, we are gonna do it in Krakow for the Warsaw Uprising.
I definitely role play these guys a bit.
Can we set up the invasion right here? Ooh, yes, we can actually do that. So let's probably do it. So how should we do this invasion? I think we're gonna do something like this.
Raid.
Something like this. I'm gonna, let's see, first of all 24 of your units, you shall unassign whatever you have. So I can just say 3 divisions right there. I want 3 divisions right there, and then I want 4 divisions on the last one. We still have another couple days, 125 days before it gets the next landing craft, but still everyone formed right there. This guy, you're gonna get something quite different. I'm gonna try to, like I said, invade him quite aggressively right here, so we're gonna do something kind of similar. Is it 30 more we get for the next upgrade, right? Or is it 40? 40 even. Oof, that's excellent. So you are gonna do 4 points right here. So the one to the far, far, far right here is just gonna be the very minimum. They're like small harassment thing they're probably gonna assign units to. And then the absolute huge ones are gonna be right here in the west. I hope at least.
The chat is critiquing your invasion stuff based on historical outcomes.
And how was the historical outcome? They landed in the wrong places, they didn't do stuff well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do proper ones instead of the historical ones.
This can be relevant to point out for people as well. So we're using all our agents on operations right now, which means that this network that you can see that there's no lines like spreading it anymore is slowly decaying actually.
Wow, actually quite a bit. Holy shit, that's already down at 25.
Yeah, maybe it's slightly decaying too fast, but I mean, game balance. That means that like if you plan to like cycle things, you're also going to need to spend some agents to keep up the network during.
Yeah. So
you don't have to care if this is the operation you're planning and that's it. But if you plan to do things over time, like anything resistance related, is better to keep pushing on. So we're already sort of showing that it's important to have a good economy with spies.
Yeah.
Right. Because Daniel only has 2 now. So he's fairly limited in how much stuff he can do at once.
Otherwise, I'm doing some army department because we're going to do some invasions. I want to have more army intelligence of Germany, hopefully.
Makes sense.
But so far we can't reach them. But I
think you need some bigger radar.
am doing right now bigger radars.
Yeah.
So as soon as they take over France, we're going to get some more army intelligence right there. We're going to set up our operatives, just gain, I think, 1 in Paris, 1 in Berlin, just to really spread out our knowledge.
Yeah.
Hopefully gain some more right there, and we might be able to scout how and what the Germans are, well, built up of.
I don't know how much time we will have to get into intel today, but one of the big impacts is how well you're spreading the network around areas where the enemy is.
Since we have formed the department, we have some speed right there, so let's begin. It's like 160 days before we have like cracked our code, and we then might activate it very temporarily, 30 days for some massive bonus right there.
Yep.
Invasion, preparation speed, plus 50%. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. You do get passive bonuses from these as well, so they can be good to prepare. You should be aware though that if you cracked an early code from someone, as soon as they upgrade their security, then you're going to have to work again on it to start using it. Someone asking, can you make your agents spread false info? So to a degree, you can't fake any kind of info, but what you can do is you can spread information and create fake units. And when you use them on the map, the player will, the enemy will think that they are real units essentially. So for example, you can plan an invasion with them and divert the enemy to thinking like the invasion is happening somewhere else and stuff like that. Yeah, if someone cracks the code on you or get intel high enough, then your fake units are going to be revealed as well and disappear essentially. Before that, they look like a random assortment of other units, so you can sort of inflate your army, trick the enemy that way. Oh yeah, can the enemy capture your spies, and what happens to them if they fail? So you mean an operation failing in that case, I guess. They don't really fail, so they will generally do at least the minimum that the operation set out to do. So generally, the worst thing that's going to happen is they managed to smuggle out the Enigma and then they were gunned down by Germans. So like you lost all your agents. And agents are pretty precious resource.
Yeah.
But that's the worst that can happen. So it's more often that they will be captured and interrogated for a while. And that will spawn a potential for a new operation where you can actually send people to try and rescue them.
Which this guy has been 4 times.
There's an
there's
an achievement coming for that one, actually, like, getting someone out more than once.
He has, I don't know, he's well known by the Germans now. 4 times he's been in his nation, like trying to build a spy network, like, captured, and she has rescued him 4 times.
Oh. Can you bring up his detail thing if you close the yeah.
But as we can see, green, there's no real highlight.
Yeah,
it looks good.
There's a special alert in case you get captured.
Yeah.
I mean, we could try some really nasty operation with like really untrained people and see how it goes.
Ooh, Krakow, resistance target. So there's flavor, but now when we got the bonus thing, we also increased the Krakow resistance target plus 10%.
So it's like an extra bonus.
Yeah, so even though, well, we could have done it anywhere in Germany, we did it in a proper place, and we got the bonus for it.
Yep.
So, excellent.
Yeah, you don't generally count on them unless you start having very good agents.
Yeah,
How do you
build up.
feel about becoming Spy Master so we can get some more agents?
Yes, I thought we could do it right. Yes, we have finished Army Department, so we can become Spy Master because we're succeeding with everything. We're in a faction, and we have 3 agency upgrades. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3 in 3 different departments. Clear it, 50 PP, and recruiting 1 more operative.
Yeah, so the way this works
And,
is
well,
the amount of operatives you can have. Depends on the size of your faction. So being Britain is good in this case.
Very good.
So the way
Seven.
the way this is set up is if you want to really play with the system, you need to be Spy Master essentially. But then you do have to invest all those factories in. The way the economy in Hearts of Iron works, you guys know this better than me, but it's it's a snowball. So it's very important what you do with your factories early, because the impact of them is going to be massive late. So if you like start the game and invest in all this agency stuff, then it's you're going to have a bad time probably producing everything. So you need to be smart about when. Had one of the betas go. I felt like it was pretty fast to get all the agency going, and then a bit later was commenting on the fact that he actually lost versus the Japanese Navy.
Yeah.
And
That was funny.
yeah, it is a trade-off, but it's because of its industry, the impacts can be quite big. So you need to really think about if you need the upgrades rather than always getting them. So I have a question on how it works. So it's not factory count. It's a check on number of nations, and puppets don't count. So it needs to be above puppet at least. So that means that like Canada and Dominions and stuff like that count. But you can't just like spawn off a bunch of puppets even if you want to. And we have some new cool puppets you can make too.
And right now we even have a bug. We can recruit leaders before the timer's off.
Isn't that for you to get another...
Nope.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
cool bugs.
it's reported. Don't worry.
Yeah. I was gonna say you should... hold on. Maybe you can recruit some French agents instead.
Let's see. Yes, we have 3 of them right now going on.
Yeah. So agents have nationalities. And you can even have more than one actually. And there's ways where you can specifically make training centers to get more of that as well. The way it works is that they're going to be better on the territories where they are. So if you recruit say René here, because and it's going to be better to use him in France.
Yeah.
He will get cheaper operations, that kind of stuff, higher outcome chance.
So let's make sure to assign him right there and see the spy network connect. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, we are not going to roll Britain. We are going to have to do that. So let's see. I think if we assign 1 more guy right here, he might connect it all the way up. Oh, wait. That's actually going to have to fall before.
Yeah.
I think it connects
network
up there.
building depends a lot on the enemy defense level versus how many agents you have. So they will sort of like approach a lower level of... The higher defense level it is, the harder it is to get to a high level of networks. Essentially, there's also capture chance and stuff like that. So you essentially push down the chance of getting like a big network, unless you start piling in a lot of agents in an area to build things up. But that's expensive, right?
Let's just get that police power up and rolling as soon as we can, because since we don't do a focus, we're getting more police power, and well, I kind of need it now.
Yeah.
I don't want to invade them without having any blue power. So there we go, we're getting our landing craft. So it's time to split up this. I think we're gonna assign like 6 divisions each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep the game running for a while, but we can go down in speed a bit.
But our resistance contracts are in Poland now, though. Don't you want to make some contacts in France if you're going to actually invade over here?
Yes.
Or are you thinking more as a distraction?
I'm thinking more distraction, but we kind of want to probably do something similar right there as well.
Because if you're going to distract, we're going to need to start pumping equipment into the resistance, I think.
Let's
in
see.
Poland.
Strength and resistance, that we can do. Sabotage industry, sabotage resources. If we instead...
I would say infrastructure is the best one later if they start
Yeah.
going for the Soviets.
But if we strengthen resistance and do it in Paris, then we assign, let's see. Oh, you're level 2.
Yeah.
So let's actually assign you and then assign the French guy right here. The French and British guy, apparently. He just instantly got English nationality. Okay, both of them. Let's go. Let's prepare that for us, please. So we're using our token right there to strengthen resistance. So we
Yeah.
got our token in Krakow. Now we're using the token in France. As you can see, our radar right now is covering, so we can actually see those divisions
Yeah,
right
maybe
there.
we should just show a little bit what you're going for here, right? So,
Oh wow, we actually have very much intel.
yeah, I know.
That's very pretty. I love this.
It's
Like,
because you have networks everywhere and you have radar and stuff.
yeah, so I gotta be honest, when we did this, I was like, this is super cluttery, I don't understand anything, it's bad. But if you just take it easy a bit and just look at it pretty sensible, it's not too much. It's like you have the industry right here, you just need to get used to the setup. We can see how many infantry battalions, how many armored battalions, how much aircraft he has, like factories for like construction. Then we switch army. Pretty oh wow, god, we can even see. Oh, that's nice.
I mean, you have super high. Well, not super high, but you're pretty high now.
Yeah.
I
Deploy
mean, in
manpower.
theory, if this was multiplayer and the other guy had invested,
Yeah,
some of this stuff could be fake, so you could be inflating your army.
exactly.
But you know, the ranges here are not perfect, right?
Yeah, so just a tiny tease right there for Intel. Or tiny tease, I
Yeah.
showed off half of it, but
Yeah. Also for people who are worried and about there being lots of templates, you don't detect templates that aren't used because you know the AI doesn't actually remove templates ever. So end of game it has like a gazillion.
yeah.
But that's not really an issue at all because we don't. Oh, you missed
Ah!
the agent captured.
I automatically clicked that down. But at least you got to see the.
QA is so used to event they just close.
But at least got to see the cool effect of it, like being burned up.
Yeah. Okay, but you can see at the bottom
Oh,
he's captured.
you know who's gonna save him? James Bond, of course.
Hold on. Pick James Bond.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick him.
Sorry, close. I want to.
Oh,
we
you
need
want
to
to see
give him
this?
another code name. Please give him another code
Snow?
name. Click. There you go. I mean, I was gonna call him 007, man.
Bone.
Boned. I'm not gonna comment.
Since we had all the stuff and
Alright,
it didn't
let's-
require
yeah,
civilian factories, we they just instantly give him the guy, give him the stuff he needs.
Yeah. So it's gonna take him 30 days to get there. Try to get the guy out. From a flavor perspective, well, Daniel's losing it over here.
That's a bug right there.
Yeah. We're generating pretty cool like little story bits around these. And they're not just flavor. The different phases that you generated here kind of affect what's required to do it. So for example, right, you can see that we need transport planes because the way to get this guy in is to drop him via parachute at night, for example, stuff like that. And you get a little summary at the end where you can see how it went for James Bond here. And yes. Please don't make this into a meme. Right, come on, Daniel, roll it. Let's save this guy.
Oh god. I think you saved it though. It would have been one unless you had said it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
now,
fine.
Now I'll be safe.
So we can see that this was a routine. No extra bonus
Yeah.
for traits or whatever. So
Yeah, there's a base risk only right now. So there's a 10% chance that we actually lose James Bond here in the
I already lost.
the boning operation.
So we're in progress of 3 different operations going on in Germany right now. So let's see.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, please do something well.
So, by the way, more
Okay,
important.
cool.
Yeah, he got him
fixed-
out.
No
It's all good.
problem.
Out of interest, by the way, while this guy is captured, he'll be leaking intel on Daniel.
Yeah.
So there's just like, it's not just that you will lose the agent. Not rescuing him actually gives the enemy intel on you. So this is one of those nice things about how defense works. It's pretty low effort to defend, and if people are trying to really pile on you, you're getting a lot of benefits out of it, like free intel and stuff like that. So
it can backfire on you.
Yeah, you can upgrade your torture dungeon. We'll not call it that, but
That's why I always try to get at least one passive defense as soon as I get the entire agency. So even if I want to use my spy for something offensively, I have some passive defense. So currently our naval intel is really good, but as you see everywhere else it kind of straight out dropped. But before we do our invasion right here, we are going to do something lovely like reveal intel. So invasion penalty, so it's going to be, well, our troops are going to be better. We're going to have more planning speed once we arrive, once we draw up our plans. Just tons of good stuff and breakthrough through against country, and we do this. They get notified that we cracked their code. We press OK. We'll look over here. Okay, we might have to take 1-2 days, but
you have
we can get
to
a lot more stuff.
you have to take a little bit. It's actually intended, so you can't mess around in post.
Yeah, and then we do this invasion support. Let's just do like this, split. That'll be pretty good. So they would be able to support all our guys right here. Well, pretty much all of them. And the rest that is standing right here, they're basically just gonna be thrown in. So tiny amount of troops right here, slightly more right here, and then our entire army right there.
So we have invasion bonuses now, right? When it's active.
1 second, then we're just gonna do like this. Oh god, our fighters are... Wait. Oh, I assigned all fighters right there. No, come on, get over there. Actually help us right there, very nice. Let's see, are they doing anything above us? No, then we're gonna take the rest of the fighters as well and send over right here. You're landing, come on, let's do this. Let's not have this be a complete failure. Let's actually see if we can land here and properly do it. So let's speed down. We can see some troops from Slovakia right there. Oh right, I might mention why my manpower was so crazy low was, or have we mentioned that? You know the thing I did with France very early to help them?
I don't know if you did. I think that was before we started, right? Or
No, I mean, have we mentioned it officially? Can I mention it now? What I did?
are you saying you want to leak stuff?
Yeah,
I think we showed it off, didn't we?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, we couldn't. Okay, let's just mention very quickly. Let's do it with Wish France for an example. And they
Vichy France, you can't help Vichy
no,
France.
they requested.
What kind of Britain are you?
Yeah. But they requested manpower from me to help with their garrisons.
Yeah.
So I actually sent them 250,000 of my men just to help out France garrisoning all their stuff, so they actually would be more stable during the build-up phase. So I thought maybe I'll have stronger France to defend them, so they can focus more of their manpower on actually troops and defending against Germany. As you saw, it was a perfect success, and yeah. So when I saw they were gonna failing, I was like, let's call back my men. 70,000 was left of that 250k.
Yep.
I sent them. Oh, France lost everything.
But yeah, you need a Diplo action now because garrisoning is off map, right?
Yeah.
So instead of just sending some troops that can help out, you ask for manpower essentially. So the manpower you send is only for garrisoning, so it's not like trained men or anything like that. It's lower level than that.
Yeah. Let's just ask for a bunch of oil right now. There we go, landing. They instantly attacked me. Holy crap, they were a bit too quick right there. But since they hopefully are busy right there, we will be able to land. There we go. You guys are landing now. So you are going to move up right there to intercept them. You're going to go right there. 2 men right there, and then 1 man around their attack, and you're going to expand this one. Yeah. This one is going to be very difficult to break, but I think I can.
Yeah. Before we get too sucked into the invasion, Daniel, I think we need to show intel while it's still active.
There we go. We're perfect intel now.
Daniel's now pretty much maxed out here. Which means that he can see exactly how much of each template, for example, the enemy has. If he had fake units now, they would be gone. Yeah. And so it's quite powerful on top of just like straight up bonuses you get as well, right?
Yes. Let's actually see also here that still strength and resist is 28 days.
Yeah.
And we have 5 minutes left.
So guys, when you're doing this in real life, then synchronize your operations to like actually help out your invasions.
Rather than doing them
because
depending on a streaming time.
there are several things that are good here, like the networks will help you. And if you're worried about the enemy taking down the networks, you can actually put them on what we call quiet network, which has no effect, but is also the enemy is not really going to detect those networks very easily. So it's a way of like preparing for when you're actually launching. So in a perfect world, like when Daniel launched this invasion, he'd be triggering his intel bonuses, and he would flip his networks to be active and have people mess. And one of the things that they mess with that's pretty important is that they hurt strategic redeployment speed for the enemy.
Yeah, and that's
meaning that
massive thing.
If Germany here has a bunch of units not guarding this area, it's going to take them a lot longer to get there and stop your pockets, right? So you're going to get a much nicer foothold.
Let's see. So one other thing, of course, I would like to mention, we want to treat this a bit more just as an introduction stream, a bit introduction to all of this, because from now on, in every stream we do, we can play around with this. We're showing you this in a proper setting with Dan here, so we can play around with it later and have some more fun. None more of this hiding away from that interface. We can actually show you guys, and this was like a very nice invasion still.
Yeah.
It worked out quite well.
We have a plan to do like a German playthrough where we leverage a lot of like the support stuff, like collaborationists and stuff like that you can do through Spice as well.
We're planning it like in the ending when we're showing you off most stuff, so we don't have to hide anything. We're just going to show you exactly how does a game with Germany, with lava resistance work when we use everything.
Yeah, it's quite different now. I think people are going to lose the first time because they're not gonna manage the resistance in Poland properly. Is my suspicion.
But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this first look into spies, operations, and all that lovely things. Next week, Spain, and what's most likely gonna be anarchists.